Before dawn breaks, before the trucks fire up, even before the first gate swings open, another day begins with a shadow. A rather small shadow, but one with a heart the size of Texas and one that's rarely more than 2 feet from the man he follows.
For the people who have never seen you work, describe that relationship and that bond that you two have.
Rooster is with me from, I just say 4 o'clock in the morning all the way to about 8 o'clock at night when we get home. It's hard to kind of describe the bond. I mean, I work with him probably more, I'm with him more than I am most people. And I said, it's kind of pathetic. You find yourself talking to him if he's not with you. And so, you know, we're very well bonded, and my wife calls it an unholy alliance, is what she refers to it as.
On the Raff family's cattle operation, the daily jobs demand precision. Sorting, fetching, moving stubborn cows in every direction. Jobs that once took 2 or 3 people, now handled by one man and one dog.
For instance, when we're spraying flies in the pastures, and that we'll do 700-800 head in a day. That used to take about 4 people. It's just me and him on a four-wheeler and him bringing them to the pens. He'll handle groups up to 200 to 300 head on his own, taken to the pens, and with me on the four-wheeler helping.
And Rooster doesn't just follow orders, he reads them in every breath, every glance, every step. It's a partnership forged over years of work, training, and something you can't put a name to. A quiet understanding that comes from being side by side through long days on the farm.
That bond carries over to every part of Shawn's day, on the family's beef cattle farm, at Sunrise Dairy. Wherever there are cattle, Rooster is right there, sorting heifers, moving cows, keeping both animals and people safer, and making the work just a little bit easier. A constant presence that's more than just a dog.
And the good thing about Rooster, Shawn, is that he's very versatile. He does dairy cattle and he also does beef cattle. Talk about the training that went behind that.
You know, he's always had a lot of natural ability, you know, and I can't say that I really ever trained him, because he works dairy cow, the dairy cows in the barns different than he does beef. He knows that they're slower moving. He's not real bitey and pushy on them. He's very, very slow, and he's an excellent dog in the barns. And he's very calm. In fact, you know, because you don't want the cows slipping on the concrete and things if he's moving too fast. And he's actually better than the guys in the barns, because, you know, he just kind of duck under things, and he's just really observant about stuff. And beef cattle, he knows he has to be a little more aggressive. And I can't take credit for teaching him that, because he just naturally knows. That's hard to explain to somebody, but he just knows what to do.
At home, Rooster is the spoiled sidekick. Belly rubs, soft beds, the whole deal. But before first light, that pampered pet gives way to a working partner built for the job. And maybe that's why he stood out among more than 100 entries to be named the 2025 Georgia Farm Bureau Farm Dog of the Year. Not because he's flashy, not because he's famous, but because in agriculture, where long days stretch and the work truly never ends, Rooster does more than help. He steadies, he anchors, he shows up every single morning in that same familiar place, right next to Shawn.
He's like a kid to me, you know, that one of my siblings. And I shouldn't really say that, but I mean, he is. It doesn't matter if it's raining, snowing, it makes no difference. He's out there.